chic, accurate, George. Why did you get in that bag? We drink a little wine, no one knows us.
He said, Sarah,
Sarah.
that's my name, don't wear it out. It's not intentional
Sarah
to
Boone
fall
needed a
asleep,
lawyer.
I swear.
Not malicious.
But he
I
said,
fell asleep.
Not malicious.
But then I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Please won't you let
Because
me
it makes
out?
it sound like to me like I'm being accused of something that was not intentional. I'm being accused of it.
Not intentional, no
Right where it is.
malicious.
Right
She
down
just
there.
fell asleep
You
and
did
played,
it.
forgot he was in the bag of dead and stuff. Not intentional. Not
can't
an
imagine
accident at
our
all.
sister
It will all make sense when
defenses
she
could
takes the
aberrate.
stand. Oh, Sarah, Sarah.
Now you all think that I had even more in quote intent to do what I did, which was not intentional.
He said, Sarah, Sarah, that's my name, don't wear it out. It's not intentional to fall asleep, I swear. But he said, Sarah. But he said, Sarah. We said, Sarah. Sarah. Sarah.
Well, hello. Yeah. Excited utterance here. My name's Hella, and I have my lemonade. Do you guys have yours? Hurricane Sarah is in town. Oh, seethe, Judge Kraynick. Seethe, 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 seethe. Oh, what a sad day it is for you, Judge Kraynick. What a sad, sad day. And you know what? James Owens comes from a town called Milton. The gods are smiling on Sarah right now. And I'm sorry to everybody who has a Category 5 hurricane headed towards them. And I don't find that funny at all. That part's not funny. What's funny is Judge Kraynick seething. Hello, everybody. How's it going? I'm not drinking a hurricane. I'm drinking a motion in lemonade. Because it's motion in lemonade day. Yes. Hello, Dolly.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Let's say hi to everybody.
And Babu.
And Babu, Steph JK gifted 1 excited utterance membership. You know what that means, Steph JK? You know what that means? That means we are now only 3 away from the very next thing appearing in the apartment around us. Because there were 25 gifted memberships that got us to the wine spilling over there. And then 25 more gifted memberships that got us to there, which is the pen and paper for the writing of the letters. And then we had 10, and then another 10. And then we had some individual ones, like this one here from Steph JK. Thank you so much for your support. If a person joins up as well, an individual person becomes a member, that's another one, obviously. And then yourself, and there were 2 more. No, there was 1 more. I know that we were 4 away. We were 4 away, and now we're 3 away. We're 3 away from the next object appearing in the apartment of Miss Boone. Yes. So, thank you for that. Much appreciated.
Yes.
Yes, you need to get a lemonade, young. Yes. Hello, Nikki. How are you?
Oh,
Good
thank
to
you
see
so much for the membership, Steph.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much for your support. And yes, everybody, every time we get up to 25 gifted memberships, or we also add on, obviously, if someone becomes a member, that adds to the tally. An extra thing turns up, and we all get to discuss what the thing's going to be. Obviously, that's a group decision. Wow. hella delaying the stream, just like Judge Kraynick delayed the trial. Mavka really feels strongly about all this. Hey everyone, hey Ronnie. Hey Ronnie, hey bye Franz. I laugh at the hurricane from high atop my mountain. Look, I come from a state where there are cyclones, so opposite way around. And I think they actually spin in the opposite direction as well. Like everything spins in the opposite direction around here, right? So I understand what it's like to live in an area where these giant, ridiculous, spinny things come at you from the sea. I get it. It's really scary, right? So I'm not making fun of that situation. I do understand about natural disasters, everybody. So I'm not making fun of that. I regularly have the situation where the shops sell out of all of the necessities. Everyone freaks out. Everyone boards up their windows and gets the sandbags out and all that kind of thing. So no, it's not about me just making fun of that. But come on now. What a way to get a continuance. What a way to get a continuance. Is Hella on the phone with Sarah trying to convince her to take the plea deal? Oh, the plea deal.
Oh, God.
We're going to talk about that first. So much stuff has happened, everybody. So much stuff has happened. Hello, Factual Lie. How's it going? Hello. Oh, wow. So much stuff has happened. Brad, Sarah and Suni got to run the show today. Oh, Scott, how's it going? MLS postponed for a week. Yes, is MLS here? Oh, hey. Did Sarah try to get a joint? Only for a week. See, okay, so Kraynick even thought that jury selection was going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? So he's like completely kidding himself. The jurors are there. He's like, oh, can we refer to the jurors by panel numbers, please? And can you imagine the jurors just sitting there going, are you for real? Is this really happening? Like, can I please go home and look after my cats?
Yeah.
Please? Like, is this serious? Are we actually, like, planning on being here?
Yeah.
Dude, like, what? And what did you say, Dali? Like, I'm gonna what? I'm gonna try this bitch.
I'm gonna cope and see, or what?
No, I'm gonna try this bitch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try this bitch no matter what.
Natural disasters be damned.
You will sit in that jury box.
You will sit in that jury box come rain, hail, or shine.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm like the USPS.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the chief judge had to be like, yeah, nah, we're closing Wednesday.
I hope Sarah keeps her cheese slices dry. I think the safest place to be would be in a jail or a prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's got to worry too much. I can't help but wonder if Owens thinks Sarah should have taken the plea deal. Oh my God, the plea deal. Okay, we're going to talk about that right now. Okay, stuff has happened, guys. Stuff has happened. We're going to look at what happened in court today. We've only got a little bit of footage. Court TV, I don't think, unless anyone has a link to it, I don't think Court TV have provided a clean feed of it. They've just done like their update bullshitty thing. So we'll show that. Yeah, there was a plea deal in open court offered. And yep, big fat reject from Sarah. Yep. So that happened. So we'll look at that first. All right. Let's go. Dale. Where are we? Not that one. Not that one. That one. Yep. Cool. Let's go.
Let me know how audio is.
All right, the hurricane forming named Milton has pushed the Sarah Boone case. The judge just announcing it a few moments ago that jury selection process, which was going to be starting this morning, has been pushed until next week. Let's watch the judge.
Thank you so much for letting me know your positions. As we just discussed, as of 10:46 this morning, the chief judge has decided to close all courthouses due to Hurricane Milton, both Wednesday, October 9th and Thursday, October 10.
See,
The court anticipates that
he had to get told.
Yes, the chief judge is like, no, I'm sorry. You are not going to try Hannah on Wednesday or Sarah on Wednesday. Whatever generic girl's name.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's not safe. But Judge, I wanna.
Yeah. He's like, damn it, I had everyone here.
I
Like, they
told
all
her no
drove
more
in the wind and the
continuances.
rain. Yeah. Like, everybody got here. They all managed to get here in the wind and the rain, right? And it would have started already, right? Like, I mean, cyclones are the same. Even though the cyclone or the hurricane hasn't actually hit yet, it's a couple days out. Like, the rains would have started. Like, there would be something, surely. Like, and people, even if not, people are scared. People don't want to, like, start going into courtrooms and places and start something new. People don't want to start a new project. And yet they're all there. He's managed to get them all there. He doesn't care. He's like, this is happening, people. Let's keep going. Come on, let's get the show on the road. And so the chief judge has gone, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. In fact, yeah, nah.
You'd think you'd want to be off in Cancun or something. Like the real Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz.
Never mind.
Okay, let's keep going. Oh, hey, Cat Madison.
Operations will return to normal on Friday, October 11th, but that's due to the court's continued close monitoring of the impacts of the storm. Due to the potential storm and the ramifications of it, the court is going to postpone jury selection in this matter till Monday, October 14th at 9 a.m. Mr. Owens, please provide the court the order with regard to the clothing and shoes.
And wipe that smirk off your face, damn it.
And we'll address that as necessary. As also requested, please provide my judicial assistant your cellular telephone numbers before you leave today. With that, the court is in recess, and we will see you all on Monday, October 14th. Thank you.
Damn it.
Ms. Boone will be returned to the custody of the Orange County Jail pending jury selection. We're off the record.
You hear him just go back into the room and stuff starts breaking and he's screaming obscenities.
Look at Billy. Billy's like, he's got this perpetual don't give a fuck look on his face. Like, Billy's just like, okay. He never breaks.
Thank you.
That's just always.
All right, there it is,
talking
Sarah
face.
Boone.
Okay, so there's more to this yet, but also, I think he's being a little bit hopeful that things are just going to go back to normal on Monday next week. And anything could happen between now and then, and I'm not hoping by any means. Like, I hope everyone stays safe. But if there's a lot of damage, like, it's coming straight for Orange County.
Oh, yeah.
I've looked at this thing, and it is a big MF.
It's like the worst path possible.
It's a big MF, and it is coming straight for Orange County. And let's just say that the worst does happen, and there is a lot of damage to infrastructure. Maybe the prosecutor or people involved with the case have trouble. All you need is some people who are integral to the case to have some trouble and not be able to be available on Monday next week. And you have to adjourn it for a while. You just have to. You've got no choice. Or, like flights, there'd be big problems with flights and witnesses not being able to be there. Problems with Mr. Owens being able to be there now. Because you know what? The thing is, it was Mr. Owens, he knew what he was getting into for an October 7th trial date. But if you start pushing it out for a bit, then you've got a real argument for him to be like, well, I did sign up for an October 7th trial date, natural disaster happened, and is Gosney in the path? He's in Miami, so that's lower. I mean, you never know what's going to happen with these things that they can always move. But yeah, he's a bit lower than this, so it's heading for like the middle, right through the middle of Florida. So, and Orlando is right in the middle. So it's heading for where he used to live.
Mm.
It's heading for where Gosney used to live. Yeah. Anyway, Gosney's south, almost at the tip. Just the tip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, do you want to keep playing for a minute?
was supposed to sit and watch jury selection take place today. Now, earlier this morning, she had a chance to take a deal. The state announced in open court that they were ready to give her a deal of 15 years if she pled guilty for the lesser charge of manslaughter. Right now, she's facing a second-degree murder conviction, which has a minimum of 22 years. Here is that moment where Sarah says no.
Really was boring.
Do you understand that if we were to proceed to trial in this matter, and if you were found guilty, the lowest permissible sentence that the court could levy in this case would be 22.5 years in the Department of Corrections? Do you understand that? Do you understand the state's offer to resolve this case? Okay. The offer is
15 years to a lesser included charge of manslaughter, with the understanding that she would serve 85% of that sentence.
That's up to the department and her behavior, but that is my understanding.
Her behavior.
Ma'am, understanding the state's offer, do you wish to accept or reject the state's offer to resolve this case?
Reject.
Oh, man, she rejected that offer. That's 8. You heard that? It was 15, but she would serve 8, and she's all...
No, 85% of it, sweetie. But regardless, that's like 12 and a half years till she gets potential for early release. And she's already served 4.5. So that's what? 8. But yeah.
So 3.5 more. She could be out in like 3.5 more.
No, 8, I think.
Huh? What?
Wait.
Okay, no. Someone with maths. Help us out. Hey, Scott, this sorted out.
Yeah.
12.5 minus 4.5 is 8 years. So she's got 8 more years left. She's 47 now. She's turning 47 on Wednesday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
This is her birthday present.
This could have been her birthday present. Right? So 12.5 years minus 4.5 years, 8 years, 47. Okay, so 47 plus 8 years. And yeah, again, I'm really bad at maths, but that means she's out at 55. At 55. She's got the rest of her life ahead of her at 55.
I mean, it's
right? Imagine
a long time, but...
And I've said this before, this woman has potential. Like, she could be a writer. She could be an artist. Like, she has some qualities about it. She's not stupid, right? Like, she can't make money out of her crime. Absolutely not. But there are things that she could do with her life, right? She should have taken that deal. Because the other thing is, like, the judge worded it poorly. And I think he had to say it, though. Like, I don't think he could have said anything else. But he said that 22 years was the minimum that the court could give her if she were to be found guilty of the charge of murder too, right? Yeah, he couldn't say that was... She was more likely to get a higher sentence than that. But that's the reality. The reality is, he ain't going to give her 22 years. He ain't going to give her 22 years, especially considering that she made the
video,
everyone go through all this.
Oh, yeah.
When it was not necessary. And she showed zero remorse, right? Because this is the thing. She's gone with this argument that is different to what she said in the first place, and we're about to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Oh yeah, and sorry, Casper, you're right. 85%.
No,
oh no, that was
he
already...
misspoke.
Yeah, no, actually, no. 8 years is the 85%, isn't it?
No, I think he was confusing 85% with 8 years, and he was just he didn't understand.
85% of 15 years, Caspar, is 12.7. I'm pretty sure Scott has already done the maths on this, though.
Yeah, and it was what was said.
Yeah, because Scott's been working this out prior. 85% would be off the total 15 years. Yeah. John Gary, hide and seek is not a crime. Look, I'm a graphic designer. I am a creative brain and colours and shapes. Baby, colours and shapes. So, yeah, 8 years to go.
Roughly,
yeah. So, Rachel, if she is found guilty, the fact that she shows absolutely no remorse is a huge factor in sentencing. It is.
Yeah.
And this judge has seen it, and the state is going to reiterate it over and over.
And the letters and sentencing is going to be brutal.
Yeah, absolutely. Olan Rose says, and she already served 4.5. She will get that credit, absolutely. Like, you don't just go into jail and not get credit for it. Do people not really understand the hide and go seek shit? No, we don't. People don't get that. We are going to talk about that in a minute. All right. So, next things next. Some documents dropped over the weekend. So, you remember how there was a motion to... Let's go to this. So there was a motion to suppress the interrogation. That was a big deal. Motion to suppress this interrogation. And shock and horror, of course. Yeah, we were about 1% thinking it might get through, but no. Kraynick did deny that motion. And here is Kraynick denying that motion. Denied. And here is the order. And it took him longer than he said. He said he would have it by close of business the next day. Took him longer than that. Because he was writing this 10-page order. And I'm sure he's very proud of his 10-page order. So here we are. And I found it kind of interesting. In fact, Scott was pointing out there's a part of this that's quite interesting I wanted to show you. And the part actually that I thought was, I wanted to bring it up, but also I wanted to show you was this. Judge seems to have a bit of a problem with the credibility of Sarah.
Yeah.
Interestingly. He points out, there's a bunch of points here, but he points out that Sarah seems to be making something up, actually. He's saying that Sarah might have told a little bit of a fib. Maybe a little bit of a white lie, perhaps. So this is about the night of the event, well, not the night of the event, but the night that she reported him suitcased, let's say that. He got suitcased. And then she was allowed to leave, but she couldn't go back to the crime scene, obviously. Remember, she went and stayed at her ex-husband's house. But she said
awkward.
that she hung around. Yeah, she said she hung around for 10 hours. And she also said that she called Detective Koppel, right? Remember, Detective Koppel was pregnant at the time. So let's just see what the judge has to say about that. So let's go back. We might start from point I. So defendant's testimony largely agreed. Do you want to read from point I there, Doug?
Defendant's testimony largely agreed with Detective Koppel's testimony. A semicolon, including the timeline of calling 911, speaking with Deputy Kayla Rodriguez, and speaking with Detective Koppel. As to the February 20th, 2020 interviews, defendant confirmed that scroll. Detective Koppel explained that general questions would be asked. Defendant confirmed that she stayed on the scene 10 plus hours while the investigation was performed. Defendant's own testimony was that she was under the influence of alcohol from the night before at approximately 10 p.m. while the investigation was performed. Defendant's own testimony was that she was under the influence of alcohol from night before. However, there was nothing evidencing defendant being intoxicated or under influence of alcohol when clearly speaking and interacting with Deputy Kayla Rodriguez.
Okay.
Well,
the reason I highlighted that, though... Sorry, did you want to say something?
Yeah, it's like the first time I've ever heard a cop trying to say somebody wasn't under the influence.
Wasn't intoxicated?
Yeah,
right?
That's the issue they have. She was too sober for us.
She was too sober. And also, like, okay, so this is the judge saying this, right? So judge has gone and watched the body cam stuff and gone, however, there was nothing evidencing defendant being intoxicated or under influence of alcohol. How can you say that? How do you know what she's like?
Yeah, that's true.
How do you know? Like, she looked really like that in all of her body cam stuff. She looked shaken up. Like, she didn't look...
That's fair.
Like, calm and normal. And so she's saying, after the fact, I was under the influence of alcohol the next day.
Yeah.
Do you have any proof that she wasn't? Did you take a blood alcohol test from her the next day? And, I mean, she's an alcoholic, so even if you did take a blood alcohol test from her the next day, I mean, who's to say what that actually means in terms of being intoxicated? She may have been, she may not have been. You don't know. Just from viewing somebody on a body cam, how do you know that? So you're starting to call into question her credibility just based on viewing her on a body cam. Okay, so there's more. Right, let's keep going. So did Jay.
Okay.
She just murdered someone. I would be shaky too.
Defendant's statement of making a call to Detective Coopsell between 9:30 p.m. to 10 on the 24th from her ex-husband's home does not line up with defendant's own timeline of staying at the scene 10 plus hours, which began at approximately 1 p.m. The court finds this statement lacks credibility.
Well, you know what? Judge
Who made
Kraynick,
you? Who made you a judge? Oh,
You're right. Are you the judge of everything? And I find you lack credibility, Judge. And you do. Okay, so apparently Sarah said that she was at the scene for 10 plus hours, which began at 1 p.m. So again, maths, what would that be? Like 9 p.m.? Help me out. Oh, God. 1 p.m.
Wait, what was the question?
How long is 10 hours after 1 p.m.?
That'd be 11 p.m.
Okay, so what was she doing just hanging around there? She wasn't allowed to go in the house.
I don't know. Maybe she was trying to get her Dr. Pepper.
11 p.m. Oh my God. Yes, I know, Scott. I know.
You do 1 plus 10.
This is why my daughter does the same thing, right? And she's better at maths than me.
Just take off your socks.
Okay, so yeah, what would she said that, but what would she have been doing? Like, I find this to be kind of irrelevant, right? And especially if someone's shaken up and like a terrible event has occurred in their life. Her boyfriend of several years has just died, right? Let's assume she's innocent for a minute. Shock.
Yeah.
Right? Just like, let's just shockingly assume she's innocent just for a second. And your boyfriend of several years has just died. And you mess up the amount of hours you say you've been at a location the day after.
Yeah.
Could that possibly be a forgivable error
I would think so.
to make? Yeah. I think for her to say 10 plus hours the next day, just hanging around outside her apartment, maybe she was wrong. Maybe it was like 4 hours. Maybe it was 6 hours. Maybe she just was like there most of the day. Maybe she was hanging around there most of the day. Maybe she was sitting around outside, talking to some neighbors, just like can't believe what's happened. But it wasn't 10 hours. Who cares? I mean, to them, they care because they want to prove her to be a big fat liar, right? But to her, assuming she's innocent, it doesn't matter to her.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter to her. But they're not going to assume she's innocent. 0.08 blood alcohol level is when they have you dead to rights. Yeah. But if you're an alcoholic, that probably is not really going to affect you that much, maybe, because you've got a tolerance.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Kay, could we read Kay, please?
Yeah. 1 sec. Okay, so defendant claimed that before they left the scene, Detective Poopsell or Lowen would return defendant's cell phone to the apartment. On the 25th, defendants claimed that defendant and Detective Poopsell had a discussion regarding the picking up of the cell phone, specifically that due to Poopsell's pregnancy, defendant needed to come down to OCSO to pick up the cell phone. Defendant's sole reason for traveling there was to pick up the cell phone. The court finds defendant's statement regarding picking up the cell phone also lacks credibility.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't get it. She wanted her phone back. But then again, she did have a list of questions. Right? So she wanted her phone back. Yes. I can definitely see why she would want her phone back. Who would want their phone back?
Yeah.
Right? But then again, she also did have a list of questions. Right? So I would think the reasons would be twofold. Firstly, she has a list of questions that she wants to ask them. But also, they said, well, I don't know if they specifically said she could have her phone back, because I doubt they would say that. But she was asking them, when can I have my phone back? Can I come get my phone back? Blah, blah, blah. She was on and on and on about, can I have my phone back? And this whole thing about Detective Koppel's pregnancy, picking up of this defendant's cell phone, specifically that due to Detective Koppel's pregnancy, defendant needed to come down to OCSO to pick up the cell phone. Defendant claims that defendant and Detective Koppel had a discussion regarding the picking up of the defendant's cell phone, specifically that due to her pregnancy. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds a bit sus to me. I don't think that the detective would say, oh, because I'm pregnant, you need to come down to the station. I mean, detectives, like, cops say all sorts of shit, but that sounds a little bit much. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Yeah, I don't know about that one. Okay, anyway, so the long and the short of it is he denied, and the interrogation is in. He said, under the totality of circumstances, defendant's statement on February 25, 2020 were made with a voluntary, knowing and intelligent waiver, and this waiver was the result of free choice on the part of the defendant and was not the product of intimidation, coercion, or deception, and the waiver was made with full awareness of the nature of the right being abandoned. If you remember, the whole point of, or the whole argument from the defense was that she was unaware of her rights, there was an improper Miranda warning, and I don't even really understand why these things about her credibility are that important. I kind of feel like he's picking holes for the sake of, she's a liar,
Yeah.
pants on fire. But what's that got to do with her making a free choice to make a statement? She made a free choice to make a statement. It's nothing to do with the Miranda warning.
Yeah.
Right? He just doesn't like her. He's just trying to make her look bad.
Yeah.
Fine. Whatever. If anyone in chat knows more about this, you see? Like, what? This is just him
Just he doesn't.
throwing darts at her. Yeah. Throwing darts at her. Anyway, next thing. So, the motion in Lemonade.
Okay, yes.
Defendant's motion in lemonade. So, you know what? The defendant buying through the undersigned. Now, this is... Okay. Mr. Owens must be some sort of clairvoyant because he had a real foreshadowing, let's say, that Kraynick was going to deny his motion to suppress the interrogation.
Yeah.
Yeah. First time anyone ever accused Sarah of being sober. Right? Right? Okay.
Yeah, I get pulled over by an officer. I'm just gonna be like, no, I'm related to Sarah Boone. I don't drink.
Yeah.
I'm sober.
He must have known, right? So he must have known that there was possibly some kind of something in the air, perhaps, maybe just a little hint that Kraynick potentially might have just overruled his motion to suppress for some reason. Like there may have been some precedent for him, perhaps. Yeah, he's pretty. I mean, he's a pretty fair judge generally. Drink. Anyway, so just immediately afterwards, Mr. Owens files this defendant's motion in lemonade, and on him, like, this guy's great. Like,
Yeah.
he really, I mean, he's made a few mess ups, but he was ready.
Yeah.
He was ready with this motion in lemonade to say, you know what, okay, so judge, okay, if you must let in the interrogation, there are some parts of the interrogation that you're going to have to redact. And here they are. So from the transcript of the interrogation video, here are some parts where the detectives go ahead and make some statements that are absolutely them saying flat out that Sarah caused the death of George. And when they say flat out that Sarah caused the death of George, that is them making statements that the jury needs to be the fact finder for. Right? So that's up to the jury to decide whether or not she caused the death. Not Detective Koppel, not Detective Scott Lowen. They can't be the ones to put those words into the mouths of the jury. Right? So these times in the interrogation, when those words come out of the mouths of the detectives, those times need to be redacted. So rather than us just reading them out, I've gone and found them for you.
Yes.
In the interrogation. So that's much more fun, right?
I thought so.
So we're going to watch that. And Kat Not Williams gifted 5 Excited Utterance memberships.
Thank
and
you.
That is so awesome of you. That means that we are 5 more into... Hang on. No, we're not. That means we get to play a game.
Oh boy.
Thank you for your support, Kat Not Williams, very much.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. And so now, everybody, what do you think that we need to put into our apartment? Because now, because I said we had 3 more to go, right? I said we had 3 more to go until we hit our next milestone. And every time we hit a milestone, a newer thing appears in our apartment. And we have wine, we have our pen and paper. Now we have hit our next dancing cat. But it was a dancing dog, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Or Dr. Pepper. Actually, you're right. We haven't got a Dr. Pepper yet.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have a Dr. Pepper yet. Or a little hurricane.
Well, now that we know what the wine is, we can, or the alcohol she was drinking.
Well, I know now I know the red wine is actually incorrect, but I'm sure they drank all sorts of wine.
Huh.
Yeah, dog. I think. Do we know what kind of dog they had? I feel like before we put a dog there, we need to find out the dog.
True.
Yeah. Suitcase, but there is a suitcase. We're in a suitcase. Yeah, we are in
The
a
neighbor
suitcase.
guy?
Who is he though? I'd love to find out who the neighbor guy is.
Yeah.
What he looks like.
That'd be
I'm
interesting.
down with the Dr. Pepper. I'm down with the Dr. Pepper. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Dr. Pepper actually up on the, see there on the, I could put it there, or I could put it, see, over on the little sideboard thing. What do you guys think?
I don't see
Where
it.
do you want me to put it?
Maybe on the
Or,
counter?
Old Line Red says, today, actually, I'm going to talk about this later. A bat has been mentioned today, and it's come out in the next document we're going to look at. But, yeah, there is a bat. You could do the bat, but that makes me sad. No, but the bat is, it's all part of it. So, no, I think we need the Dr. Pepper. We haven't done Dr. Pepper yet. So it's either going to be on the sideboard, or it's going to be there on the kitchen counter. What do you guys reckon? Yeah.
Oh.
I'll decide. Okay. Let's watch this because
Damn it.
Detective, it starts with the following dialogue from pages 69 through 71, beginning on line 6 of page 69. Guys, if you've never seen the interrogation, I don't know how many people here have never seen the interrogation because it went stupidly viral. And it's still stupidly viral.
So, Sarah Boone had a baseball bat?
Did you know this? This is just coming out
Take your
today.
swing.
We're going to read the document after we do this. Yeah, this has just come out.
I
That was a
doubt it.
baseball bat. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much, Catnot Williams. We're going to put the Dr. Pepper up. That means we're now also 2 gifted memberships into our next milestone. So we have 23 gifted memberships to go until the next milestone after that, when another thing appears. Maybe that will be the bat. Whilst we play this next bit, I will start working on the Dr. Pepper. So let's go, Dali.
All right. You want the video or just to start reading it?
The video, please.
Okay.
Oh my God. You went to an hour on a daily basis. I had several people that came up to me in that apartment complex said that you were drunk on a daily basis.
Oh
You were
my
screaming at
gosh.
him
Right,
regularly.
right.
No captions.
Really?
Right. Talk to the property
Really?
manager. Talk to the property manager.
Okay.
Dali,
Because it's not,
captions, please.
Oh.
Okay, so this is about the neighbors.
To your neighbors, the one that live next to you, your property manager does not live next to you. They see you every day.
That's underneath
How many
me.
my
you had 2 neighbors you went to and asked to go
See,
use the
that is
restroom?
just
and
not
you said,
fair.
No, hold on. You had 2 different neighbors that lived directly next to you. You asked to use the restroom and they told you no and turned you away. You had to go across the way to somebody else.
no, okay. Kim and Eli, Kim is not a nice person.
Okay.
She's just automatically not nice. Even after me and Lucas went over there and introduced ourselves, she's just not a nice person.
Then why would you think she would let you use a restroom?
Because Eli was in there. Eli comes over and talks to us sometimes, which I think pisses Kim off because he comes over and talks to us. The 2 of them, they're like super standoffish all the time. My neighbors down the street, down the way, their toilet was broken. They had stuff in the bathroom. So then they're like,
Bathroom?
go
Suffer, Sarah.
over there and try over there.
There's 2 bathrooms.
I
Are
wouldn't
both
let
the
somebody
bathrooms?
go upstairs and use my personal bathroom. That's what the
Really?
downstairs one is for.
If it's somebody you like, would you? Or somebody you knew?
They're in the process of doing all this stuff in the kitchen.
Sarah is definitely a toilet elitist. I will say that.
She is. Look, I gotta say, I wouldn't probably want people going up into my bathroom.
Fair, but
Still.
that's
Like,
kind of
okay,
funny.
so she's
And
got a
there's
few
stuff-
people who don't like her around there.
Yeah.
Stuff in the bathroom and the toilet doesn't work. Just walk across the way. No problem. And of course they let me in. Them and them, they're together. They're families. And nonetheless, if you really want to know, and I hope it doesn't get them in trouble, but he is over here illegally. So he's trying to work.
Oh, Sarah.
Oh dear. Oh, I hope it doesn't get them in trouble or anything, but you know, they're over here illegally.
Well, we know who she's voting for.
That's true.
And she did vote.
Did she?
Yeah, it said in the prison docs we got, or jail docs.
Oh, right.
She voted in the primary, and I assume she's going to be voting in the general until she's
there you
convicted.
go. Until she's convicted, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Boy.
Work on getting his green card.
What does that got to do with you using the restroom?
They didn't want to be involved.
Should I use yours? You gotta use yours.
No, I was asking last night, because, I mean, we had several different people in the
Assuming
neighborhood
that
come up saying
Eli
that
and
she was
Kim.
drunk on a regular basis.
Eli and Kim. Okay.
Oh,
Did you
boy.
ask Vinny next door?
Those are the ones next door that she asked to use the restroom, and they said no.
No, she said no.
Okay.
And like I said, she's not a nice
Yeah,
person.
They're coming.
Oh,
What are
not
your
a nice
questions?
person at all.
Yeah,
I can help you out.
Who's coming?
To do the fingernails.
Yeah, you said that we could.
And you don't have to allow us to do it, just so you know, so don't think that it's...
I don't have a problem.
Okay.
Just make sure.
Well, I mean, that shows that she's fine.
So,
Right? She didn't have a
am I
problem
getting
with
my phone
that.
back?
Yeah.
Am I getting my phone back? See, she wanted to just get her phone back, that's all.
What about Lucas's laptop?
No,
Not today.
not today.
What does that mean?
We're still going through everything.
Oh, that's fine.
You're the one just telling us there's videos that we need to see on it, so we need
That's
to do our
fine.
due diligence that we go through everything.
What?
See, and that
She said
backfires on me
that?
now too, because now you all think that I had even more, in quotes, intent to do what I did
Intent.
then, which was not intentional. In that. Is that correct?
She's asking about your tag in your hand.
No, but I'm asking if that's correct.
No, I'm not gonna
We're not
agree to
making
anything that
assumptions.
you're saying. I'm not, that you're...
So, his probation officer,
Mm-hmm.
do you all inform her or do I need to call her?
We don't have to inform her, so if you would like to call her, you can. Are you saying because he's still on probation?
No, but it's because of the nice lady that she is and all that she's done for him. I
So-
thought I didn't know how
That's
it was.
Legally, we just have to tell his parents,
Okay.
and we don't go...
We can go back to that. Right, so that's this whole section here. So Detective Scott Lowen from Hold On, you had two different neighbours that lived directly next to you. You asked to use the restroom and they told you no and turned you away. You had to go. Kim and Eli or Kim is not a nice person. She just automatically not nice, even after me and Lucas went over there and introduced ourselves. So why would you think she would let you use her restroom? Because Eli was in there. Eli comes over and talks to us sometimes, which I think pisses Kim off. Okay, and then they're super standoffish all the time.
Speak into the
like, just down
microphone.
street. Yeah. There's two bathrooms, so both their bathrooms. I don't understand why this is the detectives causing problems though. It is words though from other people, I guess. What does that got to do with using the restroom? They didn't want to be involved. No, I was asking last night. Sorry, okay, Detective Scott Lowen says, no, I was asking last night because we had several different people assuming stay in the neighborhood come up, Eli and him, saying that she was drunk on a regular basis. Okay, that's probably it. And then it says 7, the exclusion of said evidence is required due to lack of relevance under section 9402 Florida statutes. In addition, the evidence is improper character evidence under section 9404. Okay, so improper character evidence and irrelevant. Yeah, and maybe those people probably don't want all that stuff talked about in court either. Anyway, right, the second section of evidence to be excluded. If you could get that link ready, please,
Yeah.
Stully. Okay, so page 53, line 11, Detective CK, well, that would be Detective Koppel. She said, well, he's dead as a result of your actions. Yes. He's dead as a result of your actions. And Sarah said, I understand that. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
it wasn't. I intentionally didn't do it. That I intentionally did not do.
What's that? You didn't intentionally do what?
Zip it all the way. He nor I.
Well, he's dead as a result
Laid
of your
hands
action.
on each other.
He is dead as a result of
I
your
understand
action.
that.
So,
That's why
You
this.
two didn't lay hands on each other.
No. No. I don't have anything.
You're right.
He doesn't. Whatever that is, whatever it
He
is.
does.
See, this is what happens. It's not fair that you guys, just because he has those, automatically blame it on me. Like,
well,
Where
what
else
about
did we
when
go?
you had your injuries and he gets arrested? Is that not fair?
really? Like,
It's
really?
the exact
Yeah.
same thing.
Really?
He has injuries. You have injuries. Like, what does that mean?
I don't have any injuries.
Correct.
Because
So
he and
nothing
I
happened to
have
you.
not been at it with one another.
So every time that you guys fight, you both hit each other? So you should have probably
No.
gone to jail all those times that he went to
No.
jail for domestic?
Well, the one time I did. But he
I did
completely,
once.
completely
So
That's
ha.
probably enough. So I did that once. Yeah.
trashed the police report. Because that's nothing what happened. Because the reason why I got taken in was because my story was different than his. So I'm being portrayed as like this abuser.
I'm being
saying
portrayed
that
as
he
this
doesn't abuse you.
abuser.
Absolutely.
We're not saying.
So I'm the one that's being portrayed as the abuser.
Because he
I have
am
never
being
dealt with anything like
portrayed.
this before. I don't know what to do, how to do it, and I always know what to do and how to do it. I don't know.
I
So I don't
always
know,
know.
like, what's going on or like.
All right. Okay, I'm just getting this overlay on. Hang on a minute. Ooh. Chicken. Alrighty. We'll just swap over to... Oh, sorry. So many things. Ah, there we go. Thank you to FMM 2.0 for gifting 5 Excited Utterance memberships. Oh my god. You know what? Now we are... 1, 2, 3. So we were 2 in? Were we 2 in or 3 in to the next milestone?
3 in, I think.
Yeah, and now we're 8 in. Oh my god,
Awesome.
I really need to improve my maths, don't I? I really need to improve my maths. But
know.
guess what?
What? Dr. Pepper.
Yay! That's what I was just distracted by a minute ago. I was putting the Dr. Pepper on the shelf. See?
Nice. I like it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dina. Love you so much. You're awesome. Thank you for your gift of 5 Excited Utterance memberships. New members, make sure that you click through to the membership perks tab or membership tab and go to membership perks and click through to the Discord so that you can have fun with us and talk about all the things that have been happening with the Sarah Boone trial and other things. I'm thinking this week we'll probably do a few of these streams because there's likely to be documents dropped, and we'll do more court trivia. But because of the fact that there's no court on, I may do some Koberger this week because there's also been some things happening with the Koberger case. Like, for example, the prosecutor being put on the Brady list. There you go. Stuff is happening. Indeed. You're awesome, Dina. Love you so much. The curse is lifted. The kids may trick or treat again. Yeah. Alrighty. And he had marks on his neck. Oh, there's all sorts of things. We're going to get to that in a minute. Game time. Oh, hey, Maddie B. How are you? We're getting to that in a sec. Alright, so next bit. So that was the second section to be excluded. And then, second section. So yeah, I have one last question. I mean, you realize you're the person that killed him, right? I thought about that. Well, intentional or not, George is dead. Yeah, right. So this is the last bit. Have you got the last link there?
Can you go ahead and present it for me?
Sure.
Okay.
You did? Okay.
So I came
Well, we
down here
gave-
willingly.
Yes, absolutely. We were trying to figure out what's going on. We're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Unintentionally.
Intentional or not, George is dead. You act like when you say unintentionally, that absolves you from everything.
I need to get, I have my, I don't know if it's able to be or not.
I apologize.
I have things in my car that I need to.
Okay.
But you're,
What kind of stuff do you have in your car that you're worried about?
well, I have my medication.
Okay, they have a pharmacy there, so if there's something that you have to have right away, you'll be
Okay.
seeing a nurse.
It's panic attack stuff.
Well, again, when
Panic
you get
attack
checked
stuff.
in, you're going to be seeing a nurse, and that they have a pharmacy there, so they'll be able to take care of any kind of that stuff. That protocol is out of my realm. I don't work down there, so I don't know, but I do know they do have a pharmacy. And
That's
that you will be
convenient.
reported to see somebody.
Okay. So, right. So he said, detective said, I have one last question. I mean, you realize you're the person that killed him, right? And Sarah said, I thought about that. Well, intentional or not, George is dead. You act like when you say unintentionally, that absolves you from everything. Right, so the above evidence is improper opinion testimony by law enforcement officer. Law enforcement cannot express opinions on the law or the ultimate issue of fact for the jury. Right, so basically what James Owens is asking is that all of that gets redacted from the interrogation. The interrogation is 2 hours and 10 minutes, so there's a lot of other stuff that's pretty damn incriminating in the interrogation. And as has already been said in the state's motion as well, and also by the judge's order, she did it of free will. She said all that stuff of free will. Don't talk to the cops, guys. Don't talk to the cops. She really thought that was her out of jail card. Well, it was an accident, unintentional. So there you go. All right, now the big one. The big one from today, and that is this. So this is all, or pretty much all new information. Oh, thank you, Factual Light. The stream I posted on Discord, she did a live about Bill Thompson too. It was so funny. She called the prosecutor's office and asked about it. Thank you very much, Factual Light. Yeah,
They hung up on her.
Would that have been Jules? More than likely. I know Jules. Okay, yeah, Popo is not your friend. Hey, Schnibble, how are you? Okay, so this is the one dropped today. And wow, this is full of new stuff. So you know how Sarah had a big win just last week, and the court allowed her her motion to rely on battered spouse defense.
Yeah. Sarah
even
Boone's already won.
Pretty much. And even allowed her to talk about it, well, her counsel to talk about it in opening statements, which was huge. There wasn't even any need for there to be testimony from a expert, any talk of the decedent causing her any harm first, nothing like that. They were allowed to talk about it right from the get-go. That was a big win, and now here's the state's motion in Lemonade today, and it says this: state's motion in Lemonade to exclude battered spouse syndrome evidence or exclude mention of battered spouse syndrome evidence. Oh, they can't even spell evidence right. Until
God.
until the defendant testifies to a justifiable use of deadly force. So hang on a minute, how can they do that? Until the defendant testifies?
They
They're
have to-
assuming that she's...
They have to lay a foundation. You can't just blurt out stuff without any kind of record. That's why foundation objections, like you'll have to lay out certain testimony to elicit other testimony.
Yeah, but hang on. Do they actually mean defendant testifying, like on the stand? Or do they
Or
mean...
find some other way to
to get it in.
To get it in, which usually means, in some cases like this, it would be very difficult to find another way without her testifying.
Because that wording is a bit suspicious. You can't make
Yeah.
someone testify.
No, but well, you can't make them testify, but you can also make it so they have to testify to get a certain defense.
All right. Well, let's
Instruction.
read. Maybe it'll make more sense. Thank you, Scott Wade. Sarah has to testify to get BSS in because it's a self-defense.
Yeah.
But regardless, you still can't make someone testify regardless of what it is. I thought, like, no one has to testify.
No, she
It's
doesn't. But
it's
if she
unconstitutional.
wants, there's no other way to get this information in front of the jury without her, so she's kind of screwed.
All right, let's read it. We're going to read this one. So, Mr. Daly, are your vocal cords limbered up?
Yes, just let me lubricate them a little more.
Lubricate them. Do you need some lemonade?
I do.
I squeeze a bit of lemon for you.
Thank you.
I'll give you a little umbrella.
So start on number 1.
Yeah, sorry, Deanna. He did say she was going to testify, but you still
Yeah.
can't make her. Like, if she changes her mind or something like that, it's completely her decision right up to the last second.
Yeah.
So she has the Fifth Amendment. She can.
Actually, there was a case recently where a judge it caused a problem because the defendant ended up not testifying, but some information was allowed to be put in front of the jury because there was an understanding the defendant was going to testify. I don't know if Chuck can help me out on what that was, which one that was. I think it was in the last month or so.
Interesting.
It caused some issues.
Yeah. But yeah, I just find it really interesting that the state can come along and say, until the defendant testifies. That's really
Yeah.
strong wording. Yeah.
Was that Bree Coon?
Okay.
Scott?
We should watch Florida versus Recruit. That was just last week or the week before.
That
wasn't
might have been the one I'm talking about.
it? Yeah. Yeah, because she backed out, didn't she?
Yeah, but
like,
like they'd already put in information because they thought they were going to testify.
Right. Snivels has gifted 10 excited utterance memberships. Snivels. Oh my goodness, Snivels, you are so generous. Thank you so much. And you're such a great supporter of the channel, Snivels. You know what we are at now? We were 8 into our next milestone, which now means we're now 18 into our next milestone, which means we have 7 more. We're 7. We are 7 away from having the bat on our screen. The bat. The bat signal. The bat. So only 7, guys. Only 7. If you're not a member and you're thinking about becoming a member, that adds another one to the tally if you're thinking about it. So come along. Wow. Thank you so much, Snivels, and welcome new members. Welcome new members, and make sure you say thank you to Snivels. If Snivels gifted you a membership, or whoever it was who gifted you a membership, thank you so much. All right, let's get into it.
Real quick. Kay said, can't they get the BSS in with police reports / testimony from officers of Jorge's arrest? Possibly.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they just have to find some way. So that's kind of gets down to being creative and thinking outside the box.
Scott's saying nope.
Oh.
Why the state needs to be able to cross-examine. Aye.
Do they?
Bronze has been a member for 9 months. You're just like my sister from across the Tasman Sea.
Okay, Scott.
And you guys don't know what Tasman Sea is. Nope. It's or Bass Strait. It is the little bit of water that is between the mainland Australia and the island, which is a state at the bottom of Australia, and that is where Unbronzed lives. I still love her, even though she moved to the little bottom state at the bottom of our country. Thank you so much for being a member. for 9 months unbronzed. Love you, Laura. Love you, love you, lover. Love you. No reports from non-experts are hearsay. And you know what? I'm going to, because it's been 9 months and I love you so much, I'm going to count that membership because that's a month's worth of, another month's worth of you paying to be here. I appreciate you so much. And you, isn't all of Australia an island or fake? No, Jim Cox, thank you so much. Just, you know what? Just Tasmania is fake. Just Tasmania is fake. All right, and because I'm feeling generous right now, I'm going to add that one on as well. So where are we up to at the moment? We were
6 more.
Yep, 6 more. 6 more. But the five they need to be gifted. The 5 need to be gifted or new. So if we can get to someone wants to do a membership milestone and get us to another one, then I'll make it 5. 5 gifted more, and we can get the back going. Australia's not an island, it's a continent. It's both. It's the only one that's both an island and a continent. So there. Can we turn Australia into a giant game reserve? Okay, let's keep going. Let's read this one out. This is full of new stuff. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, look, now we only need 5 gifted memberships.
The defendant has filed a notice and an amended notice of her intent to rely on BSS evidence in this case. BSS is not actually a defense to a crime. The introduction of BSS evidence to support a self-defense theory is not for the purpose of justifying a defendant's misperception of reality, or to explain why an unreasonable belief was nonetheless justifiable due to her condition. Rather, the Florida Supreme Court has sanctioned the use of BSS to show why the defendant's actions were reasonable, to show in spite of a reasonable perception of danger from the battering spouse, the defendant would remain in the home with her batterer, where she may resort to the exertion of force against him to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm.
Jim Cox gifted 5 excited utterance memberships. Thank you so much, and you know what this means? It means that the baseball bat is coming out, everybody. And you know what? I don't even really know what a baseball bat looks like, so I have to Google it.
Oh, God.
I know, right? I know.
Don't remind me about baseball, please.
What, are things going badly for you?
No. Well, yeah, they went bad.
Yeah, they went bad.
Very bad.
Should I go a wooden one or a black one with like little...
Phrasing. Yeah, wooden one.
Wooden one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I can get a wooden one. How about a wooden one with like a little red handle?
Ooh, a little red tip. Okay.
Little red tip? Yeah. Okay. Done. Okay, that's what I've got. Okay. Where do you think we should put it? Just near the...
Near the suitcase.
Well, the suitcase is in the middle.
Well, the side of the suitcase.
It's going to be on the side of the suitcase. Look, the suitcase is right in the middle.
Well, I mean, like near the suitcase, so like the bottom right. Like
okay, so down on the carpet?
Yeah, because Sarah behind Tolly's head.
Yeah. Sure. Actually, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Right, no problem. Just above the wine.
Don't give her ideas.
Yep, easy. Doing it now. Thank you, Jim Cox. You're awesome. Thank you for your support, and welcome all new members. Make sure that you go over and join the Discord. It is underneath the membership perks. You're awesome. Yay. All right, let's keep going.
Alrighty. BSS is not actually a defense. The introduction of BSS evidence to support a self-defense theory is not for the purpose of justifying a defendant's misperception of reality or to explain why an unreasonable belief was nonetheless justifiable due to her condition. Rather, the Florida Supreme Court has sanctioned the use of BSS to show why the defendant's actions were reasonable, to show in spite of a reasonable perception of wait, I already read this one, I think.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Scroll. Facts.
Hang on. That was facts. All right, facts. Yep.
The defendant has presented several accounts of what happened on 2/23. She made a 911 call at approximately 1 p.m. She spoke to a patrol deputy on body-worn camera shortly thereafter, provided a statement to detective a few hours later on 2/24, and provided a second statement on 2/25. The defendant retained Dr. Julie Harper as one of her BSS experts in 2020. Over the course of the next several years, Dr. Harper interviewed the defendant about the events of 2/23 multiple times. Exhibit R at the hearing on this motion will be Dr. Harper's deposition, which was taken on 10/1/24. The state would direct the court to pages 35, 37-39, 41-42, 44, 47. Oh, I wanted to. The state retained Dr. Tonya Werner as its BSS.
Okay, so Dr. Harper is Sarah's, and Dr. Werner is the state's. Cool. Keep going.
Keep going.
Hey, how did you end up in, like, Hawaii?
Magic.
Okay.
I can go anywhere I want. Even do a big wall.
Okay, you can keep reading.
Oh, well. The state is not asking the court to make any credible determinations about the defendant's statements to the doctors. That would be for the jury to do in the full context of a cross-examination with the defendant's statements to law enforcement. What the state is asserting is that, as a small matter of law, what the defendant told the doctors does not entitle her to a self-defense instruction, nor does it entitle her to introduce evidence of prior instances of violence, reputation evidence of the scroll.
That was quick.
Decadence, violence, or BSS evidence to help the jury understand why what she did was objectively reasonable. The defendant has told the doctors that because of past violence between her and the decadent, she had a generalized fear every day that the decadent would cause her serious bodily harm or kill her. However, on this particular day, the decedent did not take an overt action even in the slightest. That made her believe he would cause her serious bodily harm or death. According to the defendant, when she and the decedent woke up, the decedent wanted to drink alcohol.
Oh, okay, so he wanted to drink as soon as they got up.
Guilty.
Guilty!
Who is she dating, Dolly? I'm kidding. Just kidding.
Hey, Chitty, how's it going?
She did not. So in order to distract the decedent, she suggested that they instead clean the defendant's townhome, which they did. Personally, I prefer the old getting really drunk and then clean, because then you wake up the next morning to a really clean house and you don't have any memory of doing it. But sure.
You have energy to clean when you're drunk?
Yeah.
Really?
I have to get past the sleepy stage, but then yeah.
Okay. I'm not a drinker, so I wouldn't know. But the times like when I was younger, when I used to have a couple of gins,
Yeah.
the last thing I felt like doing was cleaning. But sure, okay,
Well,
That's-
some of us have grown up.
that's useful.
I like to have a clean house. Sue me.
Okay.
At the conclusion of the cleaning, the decedent still wished to consume alcohol. Ain't no laws when you're cracking claws. So the two of them began consuming alcohol. The defendant did not want to consume alcohol, but she did so to placate the decedent. Yes, I really don't want to drink alcohol, but I'm going to go ahead and drink some 13% by volume wine. Why not?
Yeah, I don't want to, but sure, I'll just down this whole bottle.
Yeah. Good Lord,
And maybe
girl.
that bottle.
Yeah.
And then that box of wine over there.
Well, if she is an alcoholic, well, I don't really
didn't
believe
want
that. Yeah.
That was not intentional.
No, I did not intentionally drink wine.
No.
In
Not
order
intentional.
to prevent
Not
the deceit
intentional.
in order to prevent the decedent from becoming sad or upset, she kept him diverted by smoking cigarettes for him. I wonder if Sarah knows cigarettes are bad for her health. Drinking, enjoying each other's company, perhaps using the dartboard on her porch and doing arts and crafts and puzzles.
She did say that they were doing crafts
That's fair.
and stuff, so that's not new.
Huh.
No, but
Although-
the darts are new, actually. You're right. Beautiful. I did not know about the dart games. This is new.
Although it apparently would upset the decedent, the defendant suggested he call his daughter, who did not like talking to him when he was drinking.
Fair.
Or that he
We had a
call...
daughter. Oh, wow.
Or that he call his brother to tell his brother that the decedent had dragged the defendant down the stairs the night before.
Wait, what? Defendant suggested he call his daughter, who did not like talking to him when he was drinking, or that he call his brother to tell his brother that the decedent had dragged the defendant down the stairs the night before. She suggested he call his brother to tell his brother. Okay, let's just act this out for a second, right? So, George, hey, why don't you call your brother and tell him that you dragged me down the stairs last night? Hey, why don't you call him and tell him that? Can you imagine that?
That's a little awkward.
So that sounds like they're fighting.
Yeah. And
That
maybe he
doesn't sound
choked
like a
her.
pleasant conversation.
Maybe he choked her the night before?
He dragged her down the stairs the night before, is what she's saying.
Well, yeah, was he doing it like by her foot or like grabbing her throat?
Regardless, she's saying he dragged her down the stairs the night before.
Okay.
Right? So this isn't new. She's saying that the night before, he dragged her down the stairs. Right? So that's brand new.
Yeah.
We've never heard that before. Right? And it also is saying that it's possible that, you know how there was a neighbor that said that there was some sort of banging sound that sounded like it was something falling down the stairs? Well,
Yeah.
how could that neighbor have been so sure that it was something falling down the stairs? Maybe they had the wrong night. Maybe it was the night before.
Could be.
Yeah, maybe. Because, yeah, whoever it was like so sure that it was something falling down the stairs at exactly that time. And people have completely made their mind up out there that that was her throwing the suitcase down the stairs, right? How you can be sure of that, I have no clue. But she's saying that, no, he dragged me down the stairs, but the night before. Right? Or maybe it happened that night too. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But how you can possibly be sure of any of this stuff if you weren't in the house baffles me. That was the night of the suitcase death. He said he gave times he had been at work and had come home. Yeah, I know, beautiful waterfall, but how that person can be so sure is like, what? Do these neighbors just sit around with like a glass to the wall and like write down times? Like,
Maybe.
I don't want to live in a place like that. That shits me off. He can only testify to what he heard. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and no, he can't say what actually happened. He can only say what he supposedly heard. Like, nosy neighbors piss me off. What?
Yeah.
Are these grannies? Is this dude a granny?
Yeah.
Is he part of the granny network? Interrogation room has more wall dance than her stairs. Right? Right? What's with the wall dance in the interrogation room? Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going.
Having done these playful activities for numerous hours, there came a point where the defendant and decedent were sitting on her couch in the downstairs living room. One might say it's a casting couch. And the decedent tagged her and said, "You're it." From past game, oh boy, it's getting a little spicy in here. From past games of hide and seek, the defendant understood this to mean that he wanted to play hide and seek. She begrudgingly engaged in this game, as with everything else, to placate the decedent. She grabbed a fork and poked him and said, "You're it. I'm the best at it."
No,
I had a girl tell
you're
me
it.
that. I had a girl tell me that when I was like 16. Yeah, I was in front of my mom too, which really creeped me out.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Anyway, continue, please. I
Oh,
don't want to
don't
hear
get
any more of
jealous.
that.
Don't get jelly. She ran up to the. She ran up to the shower after becoming cold, and perhaps some misunderstanding about the rules of hide and seek.
Perhaps a misunderstanding about the rules of hide and seek.
Was I supposed to seek or was I supposed to hide? Or were we playing
Look,
tag?
I think they both misunderstood the rules of hide and seek.
Maybe you should have just played tag and you could have found him. She left the shower upstairs and returned downstairs to find the decedent placing himself in a suitcase to hide. She found him. At the time of his death, the decedent was only 103 pounds and a blood alcohol level of 0.138 G/D, capital
This dude's
L.
tiny.
Yeah, he's a midget.
He's not an actual midget.
No, but he's very like 5'4".
He's really small.
It's always the small ones that are abusive. Small men that are abusive. I'm not kidding. It's a thing I've noticed.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've known several women who were with very tiny men, and yeah, they're assholes.
You're so going to alienate yourself from Chad in a minute.
Sorry, guys. Not all. I'm not saying it's 100%. I'm just saying.
You did just say that. You said it's always.
Okay, it's usual. Sometimes. I generalize. Little man syndrome. Thank you.
Generalize. Chihuahua syndrome.
No, they're insecure and, yeah, Chihuahua syndrome. Exactly. That's all I'm
I
saying.
love that she admits she doesn't know how to play hide and seek. Oh, yeah. Yeah, fine. Clearly, like, hide and seek means you hide the person for 12 hours. Yeah, in a concealed space. Very concealed. Marsha, that's really interesting. A few months prior, at his last arrest, he was 140 pounds, you think. So he shed almost 40 pounds in a few months. That is very strange. What's that about? I wonder what happened. That's actually so odd. And could it be depression? Could it be that he was taking some other, like, form of drug? Yeah, was he on meth or something? Was he sick in some way?
Alcohol is a appetite depressant, so I
But
can
often
see.
people who are alcoholics gain weight, like, because there's so many carbohydrates in it.
It depends on what he's
Depends what
drinking.
kind of alcohol. Yeah, it
Yeah,
depends
if
on
it's
the kind
like
of alcohol. Yeah.
Beer or like whatever, then he's gonna gain weight probably.
Yeah, if he's broken, drunk, and he's got no money for food. Yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah. But, I mean, if we look back at the body cam from 2019, he was tiny then too, though.
Yeah.
Like, but not that tiny. Like 104 pounds. I understand what 104 pounds is in kilos. It's like 40 kilos or something. It's like he's almost bigger than me. So it's smaller than me, almost smaller than me. Like, I'm very small. Wow. Liver disease, maybe. Yeah. Even spirits have lots of calories, especially with the mixers as well. Like, if you put, like, tonic in it, then usually carbohydrates like go up. Liquor tends to be slimming. 47 kilograms. Yeah. I'm not tall.
I thought you were like 5'7".
I'm 5'6", but I'm really thin.
Yeah.
Really, really thin. Rubbing alcohol. You've lost and gained weight with vodka. It depends. Yeah, I mean,
It depends,
but if
yeah.
he's drinking beer, like wine though, wine tends to be full of carbohydrates.
Does it?
It's sugary.
Okay.
Yeah, but wow, 40 pounds is a lot to lose. I don't know that if you look at that body cam that is in the opening music that I've made, he looks like he's skinny, but I don't think he'd be 104 pounds. I think he'd be like 55 kilos, which is, I don't know what that is in pounds. I would say yeah, he's not like emaciated.
Yeah.
There.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going.
The defendant saw him doing this and decided to zip the suitcase shut while the decedent was inside it. They were both laughing, ah, ha, 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 and there was still no animus between them on this day. The defendant states she did not zip it completely. The decedent was able to poke a couple of tips through the gap left by the zipper. Just the tip. And then the decedent said he could not breathe. The decedent obviously got mad about not being able to breathe. The decedent, yeah, how dare he breathes. That bastard.
Now, it's interesting, like, these words, right? Let's just think about how these words have ended up on the paper. So, she had consultations with two of these experts, right? So, they're both, like, psychologists, psychoanalysts, and one of them is for the state and one of them is for the defense. And now the state is writing this motion in limine, and it's their wording, right? So it's the state's wording based on depositions from these two experts. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it just the state making their argument based on the depositions? Isn't it? Aren't they paraphrasing?
I don't know.
What's come out of the depositions?
That's
so
kind of a
nothing
snarky line.
Nothing's here in quotes, right? Like, they haven't actually quoted her words here.
Yeah.
So I find it's a little bit. How is this admissible? Like, it's not admissible in court.
It's argumented. It's
argumentative.
He's
right?
arguing.
It's their
it.
argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I find it all a little bit like, you got to take it with a bit of a grain of salt, because the decedent obviously got mad about not being able to breathe. So who said that? Did Sarah actually say that obviously he got mad about not being able to breathe? Did she say those words?
I doubt it. I'm sure he's summarizing in a negative way.
Yeah, I'm curious about how those words ended up on the page. Yeah, okay, let's keep going.
The decedent's getting mad.
Yeah, the state is paraphrasing what the doctor said in the depositions. Yeah, exactly. They're paraphrasing, and they're doing it with bias, right?
In a snarky way, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The decedent's getting mad made the defendant get mad. This reminded her of the past violence the decedent committed against her, causing her to be unable to breathe at those times. This made her angry. The defendant shook the suitcase. She lost control and the suitcase flipped. She hit the decedent's tip with the wooden baseball bat that was in the room. Now, after having committed the independent forcible felonies of aggravated assault, aggravated battery, and the non-forcible felony of false imprisonment, the defendant believed the decedent would unalive her.
Okay, let's read this again. So now, after having committed the independent forcible felonies of aggravated assault, aggravated battery, and the non-forcible felony of false imprisonment, the defendant believed the decedent would kill her. So she thought that having hit him with the baseball bat, hit his fingers with the baseball bat, that he would then, if she let him out, he would kill her. It's the state's wording that she, where is it? The thing with the bat. Where's the thing with the bat? The
There,
state's
right above it.
wording is that
She lost control. She hit the decedent's fingertips with the wooden baseball bat that was in the room.
yeah, okay. So that's the state's wording. I would love to know what her actual wording was. Was it accidental? Like, were they still playing around? Did he say something to her about, like, try and open it with the baseball bat? Or what was her actual wording? Like how did this baseball bat get involved? Right? Like, I just don't feel like at this point in time she's going to sit with some experts and go, oh yeah, I got a baseball bat out and started whacking. Like, she's stupid, but she's not that stupid. Right? Her trial's coming up next week. Is she likely to bring in an object into testimony right now and go, oh yeah, I whacked him with a baseball bat?
Well, I think that was already... They already knew about the bat somehow.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah, but Beautiful Waterfall, this is the first I'm hearing of her confessing to hitting him with a bat at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she did confess, right? This is their wording. Yeah? So this is just the state paraphrasing what supposedly she said to somebody else in a room, right?
Yeah.
In like a kind of like a doctor-patient situation. Yeah, it's like a therapist situation.
Sure.
We don't know if she's confessed to this or not. This is just the state talking. So I'm not buying this 100% right now. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. Hell falls deep down the hole as we watch. No, other way around. Everyone else has fallen deep down the hole. I don't think she said that. She's not the brightest, but she's also not stupid. She's not that stupid. Don't think the state can lie in court? No, but they can word things.
Yeah, they can go up to the line.
Yeah, they can word things in such a way. Keep in mind that this is Sarah trying to convince these doctors she does have BSS. I don't think the docs would lie about what she does. I don't think the docs are lying, but we're hearing things 1, 2, 3 steps away, or 2 steps away.
Yeah.
Hang on. So we're hearing things Sarah, doctors, state to us.
True.
Right? So a few steps away. Yeah. So we'll see what their testimony is. We'll see what their testimony is. They can't say exactly what she said, or can they? Can they talk? Can they speak to what she said to them? Yeah, they can.
Probably, yeah.
They can. Yeah, they can, because she's the defendant, so they can speak to what she said.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. I'm interested because they're not putting anything in quotes. They're not saying she said this.
Yeah.
Yes, old line. Our statement against interest, yes. This is why Sarah has to take this. That's why they're forcing that.
Yeah.
Dali must be having mic problems. He needs to speak right into the mic. Yeah, Dali.
Am I low for chat?
Mic.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't know what's going
Or
on
is
with
it
Dali's mic at the moment.
so right now my mic is low? because Hella said I was low, but we were troubleshooting stuff. So please let me know how I sound. That will help me troubleshoot this.
Yeah. Yes, I noticed that beautiful waterfall, and you're correct, and I should have pointed that out. Yes, the motion pointed the judge to certain pages in the deposition files, so they're paraphrasing, right, and we don't have access to that. Correct. And yeah, I should have made note of that. Yep. Indeed. And we out here only get to see what they are writing, which sounds very bad. Very bad. But you know what? That's what everyone's talking about out here. They're saying, oh, she beat him with a bat. She beat him with a bat. I just don't know. I find all this to be suspicious. But you know me, I don't trust the state to just give us a narrative like this, especially without quoting directly what she said, and to just take it for what they've said. No. I'm looking forward to seeing Mr. Owen's response, because I mean, as if it's a week before her trial, and she's going to sit there and go, oh yeah, I beat him up with a bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's keep going. Do I trust the coroner? Maybe, but is the coroner going to say that, like, absolutely he was beaten up with a bat? I don't think the coroner can say that.
Yeah.
The coroner might be able to say that there's some marks on his hand. In fact, I've got his autopsy as well. We could go through that if we wanted, not right now, but we could.
Yeah.
But will the coroner be able to say for sure that he was beaten up with a baseball bat? No. Doubt it.
Despite believing the decadent, keep going?
Yeah.
Would kill her. The defendant flipped the suitcase over so it was right side up, and she believed the decedent would be able to let himself out. The defendant's specific intent was for the decedent to feel like what it was like for her to choke and not be able to breathe. She intended for him to feel this for 2 minutes, and she believed he would let himself out. And when that happened, if she died, she died. What? Okay. She did not intend to kill him, and she did not believe that leaving the decedent in the predicament she placed him in would kill him. His death was an accident. So the state's admitting it was an accident?
What? Okay. The defendant's specific intent was for the decedent to feel like what it was like for her to choke and not be able to breathe. God, this is badly worded. The defendant's specific intent was for the decedent to feel like what it was like. So feel what it was like, maybe, for her to choke and not be able to breathe. Because she said that. She said, that's what it's like when you choke me, right? She intended for him to feel this for 2 minutes and believed he would let himself out. And when that happened, if she died, she died. What? Is this just really badly written?
Yeah, it is.
Do they mean if he died, he died?
Yeah.
God.
I don't know.
Did their intern write this? Did they get AI to write this?
They really should have hired Gosney.
Yeah.
Or not fired Gosney. I guess it was a different office.
Being sarcastic. Hey, Jeffrey Kaufman, how are you? They must have meant he, righty man. By the way, guys, do you like the bat?
Yeah.
I've got contextual clues like the defendant admitting to hitting him with a bat. Oh, this is just too... There's so much in this document. I'm like, what is going on? They're saying she was leaving it to chance he might kill her. Yeah, Deanna, he would unalive her if he got out. Yo. Okay, so, and Masha, basically the state is saying she did this as punishment/revenge, and if it ended his life, that is actually consistent with some of her slips to law enforcement. Yeah. Okay. And look, I mean, it's a good argument from the state. It's a good argument from the state. I just think that there's some poor wording here.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I think the state is probably right, right? It's just, I don't take everything that they say at face value, especially when it's clear that they're paraphrasing things that are from depositions. And again, beautiful waterfall, you're right, they have referenced things that we can't see also. And this is their motion. There will be a response to this motion. But yeah, God, she should have taken that plea. She should have taken that plea. All right. What's the next bit? 22?
Keep going. She did not intend to kill him and did not believe that leaving the decedent in the predicament she placed him in would kill him. His death was an accident.
Okay. Legal analysis. Let's go.
Battered BSS evidence is inadmissible if the defense is an accident rather than self-defense. The defendant's testimony is that she intentionally zipped the suitcase out of levity and while kidding around with the decedent during a friendly game of hide and seek. Then when the decedent informed her that he could not breathe, she intentionally decided out of anger. Wait, this was February of 2020?
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just before everything happened.
That's ironic. She intentionally decided out of anger to make him feel like he's trapped in there for a couple of minutes while she beat and shook the suitcase like one of those gorilla ads for the suitcase. You ever seen them? I forget. I think it was for Samsonite.
Oh, Samsonite gorilla. I know of the Samsonite gorilla. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Yeah. And they have like a
maybe we need to have one of those in the apartment somewhere.
Oh, yes. Okay, we're gonna have to look into that more. Okay.
Yep.
This is an aggravated assault, battery, false imprisonment. She stated that she flipped the suitcase right side up, saw the decedent could get 2 tips through an opening, and she went upstairs to bed believing he would be able to get out in a couple of minutes. She had no intention to kill him, no intention to leave him trapped inside of the suitcase, and she did not even comprehend that he could die from this.
Not
the defense
intentional.
And is thus still saying that the decedent's death was an accident, and she is not entitled to an instruction on self-defense or to supplant a self-defense case with reputation evidence. Specific instances of past violence or BSH. The defendant's statement that she lived in fear of the decedent is not sufficient to allow for self-defense instruction and all the ancillary evidence of reputation and such for BSS. So.
Okay. So, this part here. So, number 25, I'll read this, but if you like. Prior to the defendant committing aggravated assault, aggravated battery, and false imprisonment, there was no imminent threat from the decedent. Okay. That's State versus Woodson. You can't just attack somebody as they walk into their front door and slash their throat with a knife because 2 days prior they sent you a threatening text message. That's from the case law. Okay. If this evidence is improperly admitted, it would be a departure from the essential requirements of the law, which would result in irreparable harm that cannot be corrected by a post-judgment appeal. The state acknowledges that the defendant is entitled to change her story yet again. Oh, the shade. Hang on. Should I get my little umbrella out? The shade.
Safa Sarah.
Oh, the shade. The state acknowledges that the defendant is entitled to change her story yet again. So, if the court does not exclude this evidence now, the defendant should be barred from mentioning battered spouse syndrome evidence until the defendant testifies to something that is justifiable use of deadly force. Oh dear. I don't think this is going to help much in a hurricane. Oh well. Oh dear. That's about it. That's from Mr. J. Oh, I hope you do okay in a hurricane, Mr. J. You're gonna need some better protection than this. Sarah is so screwed. Oh, she really should have taken that plea. That was a bad move. Things ain't looking too good right now. I don't know whether or not they were expecting this motion in Lemonade, but because things were okay.
She might still be able to take the plea. Maybe she has another week
Still
for
might.
it. Hopefully.
Look, it will help my hurricane drink, yeah. Apparently, yes, there was a screaming match in jail.
I'm sure
was that
it was about
before or after?
It was around the time, because Owens came on originally to negotiate a plea on her behalf. And that was when he was talking with the prosecutor. They're like, please sign an agreement saying you'll represent her at trial. And he's like, no, I don't want to.
No. There was apparently a screaming match just in the last 24 hours.
Oh, another one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who said that?
People have been... I've only been awake for 2 hours.
Was it in a
this,
report
so
uploaded to the site, or?
Apparently. I heard that there was a second screaming match, but I haven't seen any evidence of it. Yeah, look, people have been talking about it on X. So, look, I can't confirm. Maybe it's just rumors, but people have been saying.
It was a jail report. I mean, they haven't been uploading those reports recently, I don't think.
No, but there are people who have access to things that we don't at the moment. So, in, like...
extra documents.
There's extra documents.
Because I could have signed up to get it. Remember when we talked about that?
Yeah, I know, because Dali has a FOIA, like an ongoing FOIA as well. Yeah. But I have a feeling that there are people connected to the
real lawyers, I think,
offices.
or you can sign up.
Did Court TV report it?
Okay.
Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. Yeah.
So,
okay.
yeah, I was probably over this.
Just wait 2 seconds, Dali. Would you mind while I just get this set up? Okay, so... Guys, guess what is going to happen now? You've stuck around to the end. You know what that means. You know what that means. You know what that means.
Rawr.
Rawr. And I have to do my little switcheroo. My little switcheroo. Just a minute. Yes, if you stay to the end, you get to have the fun of being...
She's a screamer.
Okay. Alrighty. You get to have the fun of being in this. How much attention have you paid today? Do you need to go, Dali?
Yeah, long day.
Yeah, long day. Alright, no worries. I'll do this myself.
Alright, I'll be in chat.
No problemo. No problem.
See you guys later.
I'll get rid of that. See you. You go into chat and play.
Alright.
Alrighty. Okay, cool. Thank you for your help today. Much appreciated.
My pleasure.
Alrighty, guys. Let's go. Let's go. I vote for a hella dance party. Oh, yeah, why not? Okay, sweet. Motions in Lemonade. Boon and Swoon. We're on, everybody. We're on. It's time for Court and Quiz. Court and Quiz. So, little attention paid. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's get a little bit of music going whilst we're waiting. So
Reach around.
not just to reach around. How about a little bit of
In the land down under, where kangaroos roam, there's a lady named Hella with a heart of gold. She's a horsey exception, excited utterance in her name, whispering secrets, lighting up the flame. Dolly is a co-host, a partner in crime. They dance through the future in rhythm and rhyme.
Everybody get ready.
They sway to the keys on by the
Only 5
bodies in
questions.
sync. Melting hearts with every move they make you think. In Hella's world, time is just an illusion. She sees beyond into the depths of confusion.
Alrighty. The court denied Sarah's motion to suppress what? 1. Her police interrogation. 2. Her new boyfriend. 3. Her love letters to George. Or 4. Her Google search history. The court denied Sarah's motion to suppress what? 1. Her police interrogation. 2. Her new boyfriend. 3. Her love letters to George. Or 4. Her Google search history. Put your answers in chat. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Everybody, yeah. Rock your body, yeah. Everybody, rock your body now. Oh, look, everybody got it except Mavka. I don't know, it must have been too late to even register. And Beautiful got it first. Clear your cache, people. People say it differently. We say it cache over here. Some people say cache or catch or something like that. And Marsha came second, and then Mavka, and then Maddie B, and then Factual, and then I'm bronze, and goodness knows how many other people after that. Alrighty, let's keep going, everybody. Did you like her new boyfriend? I quite like that one. Suppressing the new boyfriend. Kraynick noted Sarah's phone call to who didn't line up with her timeline of events. 1. The liquor store. 2. Her ex-husband. 3. Detective Lowen. Or 4. Detective Koppel. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Kraynick noted Sarah's phone call to who didn't line up with her timeline of events. 1. The liquor store. 2. Her ex-husband. 3. Detective Lowen. Or 4. Detective Koppel.
Mason.
Not intentional.
Sarah Boone needed a lawyer.
She sure did.
Reach around.
Look at that. Oh my goodness, it's split and Beautiful came first again. Sorry, Maddie B, Scott, Wayne and Factual, but also Marsha's second again. Wow, so far we have Beautiful and Marsha up there on the top of the leaderboard. Look at all that. And Redsium, I like your new profile pic there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, if you weren't here for the beginning, then you probably missed that bit. I can't believe how perfectly split that is. All right. Sarah said who is not a nice person. 1. Kim. 2. George. 3. Eli. Or 4. Benny. Sarah said who is not a nice person. 1. Kim. 2. George. 3. Eli. Or 4. Benny. Yeah, you had to be listening for this one. Listening, watching, paying attention for this part of the stream. Sarah said who is not a nice person. Kim, George, Eli, or Benny. Put your answers in chat. Well, you'll know better next time, won't you, Maddie? Next time, you'll turn up on time and you'll pay attention the entire time. Oh, look at that, Beautiful and Marsha again. Look at that. And factual lie and Deanna. Sorry, Maddie. And sorry, Dolly. Look, you're out there on your own. Out there on your own. All those people did exist. George was not a nice person, really? Okay. Yeah, no, it was Kim. Absolutely Kim. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah.
Amazing.
Ah, well. Sorry, everybody. Okay, Sarah would never let anyone use her personal what? 1, phone line. 2, luggage. 3, Dr. Pepper stash. Or 4, bathroom. Sarah would never let anyone use her personal what? 1, phone line. 2, luggage. 3, Dr. Pepper stash. Or 4, bathroom. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Put your answers in chat. What is it? What is it, everybody? What is it? I don't know. I don't know. I just write the questions. I don't know the answers. I got no idea. I have no idea.
Sarah Boone needed a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In fact, she needed to take that plea deal. Oh, look. Beautiful emotion. What is going on? How are you guys so fast? And, like, what is happening? And factual third again. Factual third again. How is this? What? And Scott, Deanna, half Irish, you're back in there again. Garrett, no, not the Dr. Pepper stash, and not the phone line. Mads also, and Maddie. I think I know who's going to win and who's going to come second. Maybe factual will be third. I don't know if you've been. I think you've been third twice now. Okay, this is the one. What did Detective Lowen have on his tie? 1, nothing. 2, a star. 3, a crest. Or 4, a bird. What did Detective Lowen have on his tie? 1, nothing. 2, a star. 3, a crest. Or 4, a bird. Ha 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 ha. Hee hee. Ooh, this one's tough. This one's tough. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, things are going to change a bit now. Ah, Deanna! Deanna, and who's that? Is that Chinny? Cat Madison, and sorry, beautiful waterfall. Where are you? Where's beautiful waterfall? Yeah, it was a star, everybody. It was a star. Haha. Yes. Yeah, okay, so beautiful waterfall said a crest. So that's the only one you got wrong, isn't it? Yeah, you guessed right. Yeah, it was a star, like a sheriff's star. One of those. You didn't see it? Yeah, I know. I love it when those ones are really difficult. Yeah. My God, Deanna. Deanna, you got 5 correct answers. You win because you got 5 correct. And then Jim got 5. Beautiful. You ended up with 4 correct. And Marsha, you also, what does it say? You got 4 correct also. And then old line, how does it say? Old line, then after that, you came 5th. So Deanna first, Jim Cox second, and Beautiful Waterfall third, and then Old Line, then Cat Madison, then Bob Masavo, then Jeffrey, then Factual Lie, then Mavka, then Umbron's Laura, then Scott Wade, then Brad, then AG, then Half Irish, then Chinny, then Rachel, then Barbara, then Maddie B. Oh my God, you're the best of the worst. Yeah, and at least we get to see who the 4th line is, even though it cuts it off, the stupid thing. Well done, everybody! That's fantastic. I am so proud of you all. I'm so proud. It was that damn last one. Yeah, it's for the fun, for others to win. It's fun for others to win. Have you won one, Beautiful Wolf? Oh, you did. You won 2. You've won 2. That's right. I know. Lag be damned. Oh, trust me, I'm going through some garbage here in Australia with lag at the moment. That's why Dali's been helping me out with running the video. And I'm actually kind of pleased right now that there's been a delay on the trial because I'm dealing with my ISP to try and figure out what's it called? Late packets. Late packets. I'm getting 900 megabytes per second and 50 megabytes per second upload, but I still can't stream video cleanly at the moment because of late packets. Anyone in Australia will know that our NBN here, which is called our National Broadband Network, is garbage. Yes, it's garbage. Anyway, Kim screwed me. Lag should not mean much for video, I would think. Nah, it's packet loss. It's actually late packets. I've got no packet loss. I have 100% late packets is what it's called. But good luck. Good luck explaining that to even the people who run the internet. Anyway, thank you everybody for playing. I will put that on my community page. I'll put it on Twitter and all that kind of thing. All the places I put it. Yeah, download, upload speeds mean nothing. It's about quality of service. Yeah, latency, reliability, all that stuff. But yeah, the people you talk to at the internet places, they don't actually get that. They don't actually get that. Let me just see something before I say goodbye to you all. Is my friend streaming right now? Is my friend streaming? Is my friend streaming? My friend. My friend, my friend, Oh, doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. Oh, well, never mind. It was worth looking. Yeah, never mind. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow for something else. They are giving hella latency. Yes. Yeah, I was just seeing where the Peen is streaming and he's not right now. Yeah, Peen. I love Peen. He's great. I know, right? No Peen tonight, chat. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We might do, if there's nothing much happening with Sarah, we might do some latency. We might do some, what do you call it? Burger tomorrow, because there's all sorts of really disturbing things happening in that case. As you know, I think they've got the wrong man. Even if they do have the right man, they sure are not handling the prosecution of his case very well. And yeah, there are a lot of people on the prosecution side who've been up to some really shady things. And yeah, I would like to put you guys across all of that. So I will see you guys tomorrow, more than likely around this time, if not 6 p.m. Eastern, maybe closer to 7 p.m. Eastern. Myself and Dali will coordinate. Stay up to date by making sure that you have your notification bell on heavy. If you are in our Discord, make sure that, or if you are, sorry, a member, make sure you're in our Discord so that you have all of the latest updates and you get the VIP notifications. And yeah, just keep an eye on the community notice board as well. I'll put up those winners and also keep you up to date with what's happening with streams. Thank you everybody, especially those who gifted memberships today. People who are members, I so appreciate your support. This channel can't keep going without the support of members. Just all of you turning up is really appreciated. The memberships really help me. I can't possibly dedicate all this time to providing this without the support of memberships. Super chats and that are fantastic, but the ongoing predictability of having members is very helpful. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully being able to provide some games and things like that helps to make it worthwhile for you guys coming back every time. Really appreciate that. Oh, and look, there's all the overlays. Make sure you remember that we are going to continue the games and the fun. I love you all so much. You're awesome. Thank you. Zach, yes, you got a membership, Zach Ellery. Very much so. All right, cool. Time for the song. Time for the song.
Her name was Helen. She was an Aussie. She was a fake lawyer from the future. She got on YouTube and made some live streams. Her co-host is Dobby and she dances sometimes. The words are always so loud.
Oh, sweet.
Because she's an 803. To be a citizen, excited ignorance. Her cat is staring through any ghost, listen.